Hello again. I'm back for now.
Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Valen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Why is it not showing up now? Oh, for fuck's sake. Excuse me. Oh, I changed the window, that's probably why. Or... yeah, that's fine. Just wait and see. What a day. What a freaking day. Definitely loaded quicker than before too. Okay. Before it took about half an hour to load, even just to get up to like what do you call it? The loading screen at all. That's slightly worrying. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. Jeez, it's dark. Okay. Jesus Christ. So, I don't really remember what we were in the middle of doing. I think we were just doing some hunts, weren't we? Beast of Honiton. Guess we can do that. And then there's only one left for this place. We didn't really do much like main quest last time, did we? We kind of just went around and did these question marks. So forgive the voice, it's a little bit raggedy. Green screen is crinklier than usual. I'm crinklier than usual though, so it fits. I wonder where that is. Good. It's shit and old, that's why. Hey Google.
Must be Honiton.
Turn the light on.
Village from the notice. Except it's awful quiet.
That's slightly better, I think.
Necrophages. Great.
Oh yeah, we have like the extended range on this, don't we? Forgot about that. Ouch. Oh man, I'm so yawny.
Not a living soul in sight. Something evil's been here. Necrophages appeared after.
So now we have a quest. Oh, it's turned into this quest.
Sword wounds.
I remember this one, I think.
Fire still burning. This happened recently.
Easiest contract we've done.
Somebody's well off. Especially for Velen, a Leshen's head. Chopped off with a sharp knife. Well, well. Somebody beat me to it. Died without a fight. Butchered. Gut sliced open. Probably died defending its owner.
Ooh, yikes. What are you doing?
First cut severed the aorta. Second hit the femoral artery. He died quickly. Didn't put up a fight.
Good to know.
Blade pierced her back between vertebrae. Severed her spinal cord. She couldn't move. Bled to death.
That's pretty brutal. That's really brutal. Really? Why can't I do my... Oh, I don't have any stamina.
Shit.
Oh, jeez. That scared me.
Imperial mustache, plump cheeks, important man. Cause of death, stab wound. Blade between the ribs, straight to the heart. Holding something. Silver chain, snapped. Ripped it off someone. Shit. Stop!
Right there, criminal scum.
A doll. And a child's footprints.
Can we pick the doll? Yeah. Oh, I was just trying to climb through the...
In one window, out the other. Smart.
Annoying, I think is the right word.
Gotcha. Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. Calm down. Just want to talk to you.
Leave me be! Killer! Murderer!
I got it wrong.
You've cat eyes, same as him!
That's 'cause I'm a witcher. I kill monsters.
Said the same, That'un! And you see what he done?
Did he have two swords on his back?
Not telling you nothing! Go away!
All right, enough. Tell me what happened here.
I'll tell ye. Oh, woods. They was haunted. Some spook. Uncle Silbermere said we best fetch a witcher. So one came. Looked lots like you, but there were evil in his eyes. He bought the spook's headset. Uncle Silbermere weren't happy about something. They yelled and they cursed. And then he went to the barn and
And what?
Not sure. I heard him screaming. Uncle Silbermere and the others. Then that witcher, he ran out of the barn, blood all over him, and anybody who, well, all of them, one by one, with his sword like this. Me mum and my brother too.
Oh, that is high pitched and very annoying.
He let me go. I don't know why. And then he went that way, towards the circle where we leave gifts for the gods. I hid in the barn. Found this lying in the hay.
School of the Cat. Thanks. You've been a big help. What'll you do? Got any family around here?
Me auntie lives in Orton.
I'll take you to her. But first I gotta see to this bad man. This doll's yours, right? Hug it close and stay put. Understood? Sit tight, kid. If you went off towards the circle, that'd be the place to start.
I don't... Like, that woman in her house had... What did he say? That was like stabbed through the back, spinal cord severed, and she bled to death. I can't really see a reason why you would...
The stone circle. Need to look around. Footprints. Barely visible. Must be him.
Okay. like run into someone's house and do that if they weren't a threat, unless he was just hell bent on butchering the town, which I mean he could have been.
Blood. Still
All I
fresh.
remember about this is the kid.
It's close.
Other than that, I don't remember much. Oh yeah, this ain't good. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's always the wolves. Every time it's the wolves. The wolves. For fuck's sake. How do we start? Oh, for God's sake. Maybe I should have, you know, applied oil and stuff instead of winging it. That's how it goes though, I get cocky.
The stone circle, footprints. Need to look around. Barely visible. Must be him.
It's usually when,
Palm
just as we're
print
starting,
in
I get
blood.
cocky, and I'm like, oh,
Had his hand
wait,
on his wound.
after about the
Slipped and
4th or
leaned on
5th
his hand
death,
to
I'm
catch
like,
his
okay,
balance.
maybe I should, you know, stop being so shit. But it never seems to stop, you know? What are they, beasts, I guess?
Show me what you got.
I really need to stop sprinting at full speed through the countryside. See, now they're running away. I've never seen them just flat out run off before. I can't imagine that's going to last long.
Blood. Still fresh. He's close.
Oh, for God's sake. In fact,
Well,
Oh.
what have we here? Feline armor, wolf's head medallion, a crossbreed.
how did he know what armor I was wearing? That's weird.
You lost something.
Come all that way to give me my medallion? Thanks. Craft Solidarity's alive and well.
But our craft's reputation is on its last legs. Folk won't easily forget that massacre.
Occupational hazard. Could have happened to any one of us. Well, what are you still doing here?
I want to chat first. Then we'll see.
Take a seat.
I'll stand. Now talk. Honorton, what happened?
Come on. You know what happened. Know what they wanted to pay me for the lesson? Go on, guess.
50.
Ha ha, if only. 12. Understand, pal? 12 fucking crowns. Barely covers my potion ingredients.
What had you agreed to?
That several times over. But when it came time to pay up, you know the routine. Oh, good sir, me young'uns are starving. There's a war on. Gods have mercy. Show some pity.
Rings a bell. But that's no reason to kill.
I'm not finished. I told them I wouldn't show pity. That if I didn't see gold, they'd wish they had the lesson back. They got these grim looks. Then the alderman spoke. Come now, Master Witcher. Me and the lads, we hid some gold in the barn so's the Baron's men wouldn't take it. Come, you'll get your coin right quick. I fell for it, like a fool. One of them chattered on while another jabbed me in the back with a pitchfork.
How the hell did you survive that? Pitchfork wounds are bad. Know that all too well.
I turned at the last instant. Prongs went in shallow, at an angle. Missed my lungs. I admit, I lost my temper. Lost it bad.
That's a fucking
Used to
understatement.
shit bounties, to the cheating, to then begging me for help, and then spitting as I pass. But murder me? Just to save a few crowns? I'm supposed to protect Horsens like that? So I drew steel, and didn't sheathe it till the ground was slick with blood.
The girl. Why'd you spare her?
'Cause... it doesn't matter.
Wouldn't have asked if it didn't talk.
Reminded me of my sister. How I remember her from just before they took me away to the School of the Cat.
How is she now?
Died about 10 years ago. Of old age.
Oh, rip.
Well, we've had our little heart-to-heart. Witcher to Witcher. What now?
Ultimately, it's not my job to judge you.
That's it? Not gonna lecture me? Make me promise to mend my ways?
They call me the Butcher of Blaviken, for good reason. I know how it is. Sometimes heads just roll.
Wait. I'm no cheap prick like those hayseeds. I owe you something. Here, directions to my stash. Take what you want.
Thanks.
No, thank you. Good luck on the path, Wolf.
Ultimately, it was his word against a whole bunch of corpses. Couldn't really verify the story, but I like to spare as many witches as I can, given the chance. Which doesn't happen often, I gotta admit.
Should get back to the kid before something else sniffs her out.
I am going to meditate for a little bit because I'm running out of shit. Otherwise known as potions. Clever that he knew what armor I was wearing though. I like stuff like that. Oh my god. Hello. Oops.
You're back! I thought you'd not return. That he'd hurt you too.
I'm fine. And you don't need to worry about him anymore.
So you'll take me to my auntie's? It's awful here.
Sure thing. Let's go.
It's a bit of a walk.
Think I could ride on your shoulders?
So long as you promise not to pull my hair.
I promise.
Then hop on up.
That would be a sight to see Geralt with a child on his shoulders wandering through the woods. They're not the best sight in the world.
Auntie Lucy!
Millie, what are you doing here, you naughty girl?
'Cause back in the village, there's no...
I'll explain. You run along and play a bit, all right?
In the rain, in the cold.
There was a massacre in Honorton. No survivors. Well, except her.
Gods, what happened? A bandit attack?
You could say that. You'll look after her?
Truth be told, you'd do better to take her with you.
Funny. Used to be folk were afraid we'd take their kids.
Used to be folk weren't so in need. Got 4 of me own grandkids. Used to be 6, but we buried 2 last winter.
Oof.
Hard to live off naught but bark soup.
Take this. Use it for food, and only food. If I come back and see you drinking.
So much. The gods reward ye, Master Witcher, 1,000 blessings.
I still don't have a grasp on the, like, how
Time I was on my way.
the currency works
No.
at all.
But why?
Witcher's lot in life. Always on the road, on the path.
Will you come back and see me sometime?
Hope so. Take care, kid.
Millie! Come, child. We'll buy a bit of flour. Your aunt'll whip up some pancakes. Sound good to ye?
I guess it does kind of depend on the who you're giving the money to as well. But see, 40 doesn't seem like a lot, but then some rewards are pretty small. You only get, what, like 100 or so? I don't know. It seems like a little bit goes a long way, but it's still... I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb, which is probably the answer. Yeah. Anyway. Oh my god, Roach is stuck in a tree. So is that guy. Oof.
Let's go!
I want to go and see what this is. Clearly
That's
missed this
it,
last
Roach.
time. Oh no, I didn't miss it, just got owned probably. That's the wrong sword. Wait a second, is it? No, just had the wrong oil on. Piece of cake. I wonder if he's got something from the School of the Cat. Might be nice to get an upgrade eventually. I don't think I've ever worn the upgraded cat's armor. Maybe we might just take this all the way. Thanks, Roach.
Foglet, Ghoul, Grave Hag. Wonder why he didn't turn in these trophies. Maybe they tried to cheat him then too.
If so, this dude's very unlucky. Oh, it's a weapon. Where's the compare? I mean, it's fine. Where's my crafting? Do we have the next legendary feline boots? That's ones we have. Do we have any quests for more cat stuff? Gauntlets upgrade and steel sword upgrade. Trousers. Okay. Oh, so we do have all the upgrades. Ooh. Okay. Not that far away. We should be high enough level to get the next level up, so we might do that. I think I've only used the bear gear up until this point. The heavy armor. It's a shame there's only a couple different
Move it.
Armor sets. I don't think there's. I haven't seen any mods to. Oh. We picked it up as we rode past.
Come on.
Okay, I didn't quite realize the range of that was so far. Yikes. That makes my life easy. I would like to have a look what's in here though.
Need a key.
Okay. Is this maybe for a quest later on then? Well, I already got all the gear. What if I just like no. Okay, well I guess we're going along then. That might be for a quest. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Sir Knights, leave us be, we beg you.
Oh no, that's for the DLC. Don't want to do that just yet. A few more levels first. Maybe finish the main game. Or do we do the DLCs first and then I forget the order. Where does it want me to go? Can I not just go across the bridge? Let's try and take me the long way. Also, there's people down here.
Not another step, or there'll be one corpse more.
Listen, behind you.
If you think I'm gonna fall for... Oh, you fucker! Arms! To arms! Monsters are coming!
Your arse is mine.
We used to get much more spin
Thank you.
action.
If not for you, that would have been the end of us.
Than we do
Sure
now.
as spring.
Well, you're welcome, you piece of shit. Even though you're like, duh, get out of here before we murder you.
Might want to look around some.
I wonder if that was it. For God's sake. Oh, you know what we do need to do is go and find the smith's tools before we can do any of this. Master armors. The tools from Undvik is what we need. Which I think... What else is on Undvik? That's... what's his face's quest, isn't it? Skellige guy. Yeah. Ask around Newport in about Undvik and the Ice Giant. Okay. We'll find the schematics first, and then we'll go about doing that quest. After we finish the other one's quest. Which I started and just completely forgot about. Because I am literally the worst. We can upgrade the swords though. So. Oh man, control's getting worse. Why so dangerous? What level was it? 82 or something? It's not too bad. Oh no, it's your bear. Okay, a one-hit kill bear. My favorite kind. Okay, take two. Oi! Really? Quick little shit.
How you like that silver?
Oh no. Oh, that was very close. Wow. Okay. More junk to sell to, I guess, the enchanter, because he's the only one who's got enough money for me.
Whoa there, Roach.
Why is it always dark? It's been daytime for about 30 seconds, I think. Like all up.
What now, you piece of filth?
Oh, let's see. An ouch. Elementia. Never picked it up anyway. Very handy, that. Owned again. These one-hit kills are coming quite often. Annoyingly. Ouch. Oi, get out of the way. Me just trying to help, it's doing the exact opposite. Oh, excuse me. I'm old. There we go, that's better. Yeah, steel sword and silver sword. So we got all the armor, I guess. And where are these? Why am I not surprised? Somewhere I've already been. Strangely. And this is up here. Okay. Would you mind? How did I not find this?
Ow!
Get out of me way. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's pouring with rain. So it's like it might as well be nighttime. What did I miss? Oh, the marking, of course. So, would it be a quest thing? I don't remember coming in here at all. There we go. Whatever I came in here for, I didn't go into that little spot there. Job done. We can go to Hattori, I think his name is, and do his quest. We can get the swords made up. That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus. And then we can go and do that other stuff in Skellige. Come on, horsey.
His smile fair as spring, as towards him he draws you. His tongue sharp and silvery as he implores you. Your wishes he grants as he swears to adore you. Gold, silver, jewels, he lays riches before you. Dues need be repaid, and he will come for you. All to reclaim, no smile to console you. He'll snare you in bonds, eyes glow in a fire, to gore and torment you till the stars expire.
Creepy children, my favourite.
Traveler, hello. Come sit with us. Captured and displayed in the sideshow of a circus. Well,
Curious place for a conversation about art.
anywhere is good for that. It's simply a matter of summoning inspiration. Vodka, for example, is a great aid.
Care to drink with us? To poetry?
Sure.
Why not? I am a bit thirsty.
And when a man is thirsty, melancholy strangles his soul. Pour, Gascoigne!
Gentlemen, I am soused, pickled, crocked, and stewed.
Want another term for your state?
Don't be vulgar. What will our new friend think? Pour another.
Fine. Last round for me, though. Vodka's gone, as are the troubadours. And my things. Damn it.
Time to go and murder some motherfuckers.
Footprints. Fresh.
At least they left me with my pants, I suppose.
Know what rhymes with Wicked Witcher? My things, before I turn you into mincemeat.
Must be a slant rhyme.
Shut your trap and give it back.
So then, we are square, even good, yes?
Not quite. We'll be good once you give me your things.
All of them?
You can keep your knickers.
Is there a land where I might find more of your kind?
Novigrad, capital of the world. Yet they did such rabble.
Wow. Assholes. Oh, my hair's gone again. Why would you? Why would you risk it? No. Cat. Witches aren't really known for being forgiving, so why would you tempt fate and try and steal from them? Although we've established people are pretty dumb. His tongue. Oh, it's funny how they say tongue. Go, please. Jesus. Whoa. Oh, I can't really just jump down, can I? Otherwise I'll be killed. Well, thanks to Geralt's weak knees. I think Cyberpunk has a bit of an issue with fall damage too. Oh, what's that thing? Although that might not be correct.
Stench.
Base kick. And that should be all of the...
An illusion.
Ooh. Yep, an illusion. Can I do anything about that, possibly? No. Is that supposed to be like that? Is this for a quest also? So I don't know if I have the patience to piss about here. Trying to figure this out. Oh no, there we go. It was just glitched. Good. It's just like in real life, you know? If you can't get it the first time, you have to run around in circles and just smash your head up against it, hoping that it starts to work. Don't know if it was massively worth it, but it's fine. Alright, let's go to Hattori, see if he can't give us something, or make us something a bit better. Don't need you anymore. Oh my god, the sun's out.
The city, but you're not scared, are you?
Okay, just want to try something real quick. If we turn on settings, force quest container looting, turn that on, and I go and jump in the water. It works. Okay, so when we go and patrol around Skellige, we're just going to get in the boat and go around with that forced quest looting on and get all those super quick. And I might even be able to get them all.
Scum's a scum's chum. But the word round town is
Their
things how to
name
kill
now
bulls.
to non-human hunters.
Wonder if what's her faces is better now. It's been a while. If time even
Greetings,
passes
Ivyr.
like that.
Greetings, Geralt.
Listen.
Oh, you know who may be able to help me with the armor is the enchanter guy. Then we won't have to bother with the other ones. I got rid of them all, I know. It's fine. I'm sure there's plenty more fancy dress stuff later on. No, okay. Silver Sword Superior. Silver Sword Enhanced. Which I don't have. How do I not have the enhanced version? But I have this one.
What do you have on?
That's kind of annoying. Crew.
So.
Oh, it lost all the fucking... okay. Lost its enchant, which I paid a lot for. I thought they just carried over. Never mind. How do I not have it? Isn't one of the quests to get the silver sword? What the... Oh my god. Don't want me just... Yep. Steel sword upgrade. I'm not looking for him through all those. My god. Whatever. Well, we got that. Let's head to the enchanter guy. such a bummer, man. I thought I would have had it. So I mean I have to buy more freaking runes.
Yeah, right.
Ah! Shut up!
The world's never in.
No, I don't even have the enhanced. Okay, so I'm missing a fair bit of stuff. Whatever, it's fine. Can't upgrade that anyway. We can get that though. Trousers. What about chest armor? Okay, that's a no. So we got better pants, a better steel sword.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what
And
you
that's
got.
about it. Which I guess is fine. Zora, Velis, and Perun. So expensive. Perun, and what was the other one? Velis. Which it doesn't look like he has. Less of Velis. Is that it there? No. He doesn't have it. He's got a greater one, but not a... Oh, no, wait. Oh, thank God. Had me worried for a second.
Thanks.
Do I have anything I can sell him? I don't really, do I?
The world's never ending.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got.
I have these. And that's about it. These really do not sell for much, do they? Gold ruby necklace, 63 crowns or whatever. These don't sell for a lot either. 82. 9 gold rings sell for 18 gold. That doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever, it's fine.
Thanks.
Do we have our new fancy pants equipped? We do. Cool. Now... Place Brockvar near Aki's bones. That's what we need to do. The one I have completely forgotten about up until now. But we have to sail out for that. So... Yay?
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told
I
it,
guess we
been
can
a magic
do a bit of
explosion in
sailing
Skellige, related to Ciri's
while we're doing
reappearance.
this and
It
pick
had
up some of the
destroyed
loot.
a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention of letting Yennefer examine the woods, so Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Krayt, who helped break down the druid's resolve.
Mm-hmm. I need a boat. And I will wait until daytime so I can see. Oh, that did not help much at all, did it? So I'll also put on the Griffin's head, wherever that went. Turn on Force Quest Container loading. Okay, so as we go past them now, fingers crossed they should just pick up and finish off. Sorry, I'm gonna have to borrow this for a bit.
Tend to your own problems.
Bite me. Go. Oh, so that's on an island. I don't think that's an us problem at the moment. Need my sunglasses. Yeah, that's like a guarded treasure, I guess. Or hidden treasure. Ugh. Which means it's like buried somewhere off that freaking shitty island. Oh, I still have to get out for this one. Get out of here. Oh, look at him, man. That would be that'd be horrific if I wasn't Geralt. Come on then, have a little day. This looks very strange. There's like several dead ladies around my boat. So it didn't work for this one. I want to see if maybe I can turn the range up, maybe? No. It wasn't actually on. Which was probably an issue. Okay, it's on now. Radius. Let's just pump that bad boy up for the moment to 30. There it is, right down there. So I still have to get kind of close, which is annoying for those things. And I put this back down to 15 though, because if I put it up to 30, then we'll just loot entire villages as soon as we walk through, walk up to the front, you know, front path. Do you want to not do that, maybe? Thank you. Are there any others closer? We can come back to this pretty much any time. Plus, I don't want to go near quest stuff with this forced quest looting. I imagine it'll break stuff. I might not even be able to do this until I get a new controller. You know what? I just realized how long sailing takes, so I'm going to change that off and we're just going to do this quest. Because yikes. They're slow. Like really slow. Oh, excuse me.
Must be the place.
You can never hit them manually. Fuck off. I did it that time. You know what? If I do this, will it break something? I don't even care. I really don't like these hidden treasure ones. Never have. Although I still need the key. Still on the key. Ugh. Now where are these boons? I probably don't want to be leaving boats out in the middle of the sea, do I? I'm gonna need them eventually.
Can't help wondering what that accomplished, if anything. Time to see Udalric.
Come on, get off.
Can you toss an axe?
Oh yeah, that's a good sign.
God-fearing.
Why'd you do it?
You drink last night too?
What is this?
Udalric. The voice has commanded him to poke out his eye.
What? Why'd you do it?
Such was the will of the gods. A sacrifice for Aki.
Doesn't look too bad.
What did the gods want? Exactly. Do you remember? What did they tell you?
They were angry. A voice said, "You vile wretch, you didn't help Aki, and now you failed to sail out to beg his forgiveness. Poke out your eye, suffer, and regret the evil you've wrought."
When did the gods speak to you? Right after I left?
Shortly after. Sleep came over me, so I lay down. 'Twas then they revealed their will to me.
You always asleep when they speak to you?
Always.
What do you see then? Do they try to summon you anywhere specific?
My old home. They command me to light torches, then speak from the shadows.
The gods ever show you their form, or are they always just a shadow?
Once, I steeled myself, gathered my courage, and in my dream made my torch burn bright. I saw a hazy figure sitting in shadow then.
The gods speak from the shadows, you said. Is that why you don't allow any lights in here?
In my dreams. At times I see their form, when the torches burn bright.
To see the gods is a great honor. Maybe with more light in your house, you'd see them when you're awake as well.
Lesser men are unworthy. They cannot gaze upon their faces.
The gods always demand you offer them your suffering?
Only that pleases them, so they ask for more and more.
It's lucky that this creature knows how the Skelligans worship their gods. Otherwise this ruse wouldn't work.
I returned the sword, but nothing's changed. It's not his brother's ghost that haunts him, tortures him.
What's wrong with him?
Can we talk somewhere in private?
The guest room. Come.
Oh, for God's sake, can no one else see that? That's incredibly obvious.
Well, know what it is?
It's a Heim, a post-conjunction creature, very rare and very dangerous. It latches on to men who commit vile deeds. It feeds on their pain for years, fueling their guilty conscience. In the end, Heims force their victims to mutilate themselves.
Sounds unpleasant. Any way to defeat it?
Two methods that work. In theory. Witcher's bestiaries say you have to spend a night in the Heim's lair with the affected individual.
The haunted house, you mean? It's hardly cozy, but I wager you've slept in worse conditions.
It's not about sleeping. You've got to draw the Heim out. It has to emerge from the shadows, show itself. Can't hurt it otherwise.
And it's sure to give as good as it gets.
You've seen Udalryk. It won't be an easy fight.
What's this other way?
They say a Heim can be tricked. You have to pretend to do something horrible. Then it'll move on to you as its new victim. When it realizes it's been tricked, it'll be forced to leave.
Great. Let's try it.
Don't know anyone who's pulled it off.
Well, maybe no one's thought up a trick that was good enough. I know you're doubtful, but we should at least try to find a way to trick the Heim.
Might not be as simple as it seems. Besides, neither method's perfect.
What do you mean?
Udalryk might not survive an entire night in the Heim's lair.
You think the Heim... Would it try to kill Udalryk?
No, that would mean losing its host. But Udalryk could just... expire. He's weak, and the house will summon painful memories. Whereas to the Heim, that'll be an opportunity. The more pain the Heim causes Udalryk, the stronger it'll grow.
And the more dangerous it will be to you. And what about the other method?
The Heim's a demon, and demons are notoriously hard to fool. Plus, the trickster can't know it's a trick.
What?
The Heim attacks those who have a guilty conscience, truly believe they committed a foul deed. The Heim strengthens their regret and feeds on it. Meaning, if the new host doesn't feel true sorrow, the Heim will sense that.
Yes, So, for this to work, if either of us has an idea, we can't tell the other one about it.
Exactly.
Both methods seem risky, but I still think we should try the trick.
Don't know that I'm convinced.
Just please don't tell me you have to consult Yennefer on such things as well. If we fail to think of anything, we can always try the Witcher's way.
Sure. They
Trying the
really
trick
push you
ended.
towards the tricking
Good
thing.
decision.
Haunted house. The Heim's lair. Only place where anything like this could work.
After you, then.
No reason to delay.
Let's look around.
Oops.
Solid craftsmanship. Fitter must have been from the continent.
Okay. Oh yeah, that ain't good.
Ciri. No, it's impossible. Damn it. Looking to discourage me? Good. Means you're scared.
Could you imagine if that was how we really found Ciri? She's just here. After like the entire big search.
Shattered. Udalric must have been scared of seeing the creature just behind him. An old cradle. Must have belonged to Udalric or Aki.
Kind of thing you'd take.
Geralt!
Whoa. What?
Come up with anything?
Yes, I have a plan. One that just might work.
Can I get any details?
You've got to wait for me here. I won't be long.
Anything else?
Said yourself, you can't know the details. So no, nothing else. You simply gotta trust me.
Okay.
Hope you know what you're doing.
So do I. So, can we start?
That's really comforting when someone says, "Trust me." I hope I know. I hope I know what I'm doing.
All right, I'll be back soon.
Not super
In the
confident,
meantime,
inspiring.
get a fire going in the oven.
Over there! She's running to the old house! Grab her!
Take him. You must put him in the oven. Trust me.
Take care not to hurt the child. Give me the veil.
In the oven. Throw him in the oven.
What the fuck?
Smell a card.
That's so fucked up. We put a spell on it to stop it from being opened anyway. Brutal.
Why?
key.
The Witcher committed no crime. You'll find neither despair nor guilt here. Only shock and relief. You've been tricked. You must go.
Well, well, well.
It's over.
Over?
We tricked the Heim. It thought I'd killed your child, abandoned you to haunt me, feed on my conscience.
But when it saw the babe was whole, unharmed, it had to go. You're free, Jarl.
Free?
The Heim's gone, so are the voices that tortured you. Let's get out of here.
What's happening? My head's spinning. I'm spinning in a maelstrom.
Geralt, you said it was over.
That's just fatigue. In time, his mind will return to normal.
What? What will I do now?
You'll be fine. Key is to not give in to self-pity.
I feel as if someone's torn something from me.
That's normal. The Heim was a parasite. Bonds between parasites and hosts can be strong. That's why you feel empty now. Give it a few days, weeks, you'll be fine.
Thank you. I think. Farewell.
Where's the child? No one's holding him.
I'll go with him. He seems confused.
Good idea. Then what? What are your plans?
I'll stay a few days, make sure he's healthy. And you? Gonna stay on Speaker Rog?
Don't know yet. Gotta gather my thoughts.
I'm sure Yennefer must be growing impatient.
What is it with you and Yennefer? Mentioned her several times already.
Nothing. I've just noticed that you're often of one mind.
Saying I'm henpecked.
Not that you're especially different. Seems to happen to all men. Take a rowdy Skelliger, a brave knight or a tough witcher. You all end up wrapped around some woman's finger. Though I will admit you're not all bad. You trusted me, a complete stranger nearly. Few would have had the courage.
Appreciate it if you didn't tell everybody in the Isles. They'll think I enjoy being dominated.
Farewell, Geralt.
See you, Ceres.
Okay. Think we just got a bit of a reveal of Geralt's personality there. Likes to be dominated. Check. Anywho. What's his speak? Yennefer, okay. Oh yeah, that one. A lot of these are well out of our level range. Crystallized distance. Okay. How long have we been going for? Only an hour and a half. We could talk to someone, did we?
River, don't eat so much.
Brand those
Why the
swords.
spit not? But I prefer
They
to
get hit in
trust
the
the
gut and
axe.
those herrings get tangled in your entrails.
Ooh!
I just noticed how many cats are on this island. Ooh.
Sing ballads about swords on his back. Thanks, what did I think of next?
I want to fight.
Grand. Tell.
Ready to fight.
Like. It's about my Erica. See her? I gotta win today. She's watching. I don't stand a chance against you. I know it well.
Listen, if I lose on purpose, we'll both regret it. Believe me.
But it's Erica we're talking about. You don't understand a thing.
Enough of this chatter. Fight!
Well, based on how I've been going lately,
By Heimdall's axe!
you
Keep together!
probably got a pretty good chance. Jesus, he has a lot of health.
What? Lost your nerve?
Oh my god, there's some like eldritch abomination in there. 4 horses all into one.
By the rates of Morhog! Keep together!
Oh. Did I save before this?
By the rates of Morhog!
That's enough of that.
Oh my god, that was close.
The Outlanders won! Erica, wait!
Let her go.
You've 2 bouts more before you can challenge for the title of Best in Skellige. You've got to defeat Einar, to be found on Faroe, and 1 Grim of Helmstein, a village on Ard Skellig. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Friends we show heart.
Bingo.
I'm looking for men from Undvik.
You've oars from the Isle, and I once cut those waters with nary a rest. Could trace you the shoreline in my sleep. A lovely excursion, if not for the bloody sirens.
I'm the one to ask. Me your excellent Tardarog. He's over there. What can a bloke from Ard Skellig know about Undvik?
Heard you trilling a different tune when Hjalmar was gathering his crew. Your love for the Ancrate fade that quick.
That doesn't mind dang dire.
Hjalmar's from there, or so he claims, and you seem to know these waters. Why didn't you sail with Hjalmar?
'Cause that kind of expedition needs a true leader, and a whelp looking to collect bumps on his skull could only be its doom. Once
You'd rather sit in your arse nose in the air, you Zarakinian princess. Brave lad comes along, you sail with him. I'd have sailed with Hjalmar if only those seahorses hadn't banjaxed my knee. Would have sailed instead of sharing a table with a grumpy barnacle like you.
You'd sail with anyone who'd let you aboard, Crach's daughter included.
You mentioned sirens. Many on Undvik?
So many. More on the other isles.
Bollocks.
Once they attacked Lars and me when we were fishing. Before we could drive him off, they pulled Lars in the water and scratched me up so bad that... Oi!
Drive away the sirens? How's that work?
Ha! Plain to see you're no islander. With a Hornwall's horn. 1 toot, and they plough and scurry off so quick the waves rock your boat.
Where do I get one
Need
of
to
them?
get to Undvik.
Another thrill seeker. Well then, listen close, lest ye end in a watery grave. Sail out of port and head southwest. Watch for rocks protruding like pricks out of the water. You'll have to do some tricky tacking to get past them. Some of them shorter, just below the surface, so careful not to scrape right over them. Big breach your hull, you're done for. 'Cause just a few minutes in that icy water makes a corpse. One time I remember...
Stick to the point.
Oh, fine. Watch for the currents, 'cause they can drag you off course. Dash against the rocks even. With a bit of luck, you'll land on the same beach where Hjalmar landed.
Nice talking to you, but time I was on my way. So long.
Fair winds to you.
Well, thankfully I don't need to sail, I can just fast travel.
Greetings. I'm Geralt.
The Witcher known as the White Wolf, I know. They tell stories about you every day round here. Looking for an open seat at the table?
I'll be fine. Just wanted to talk. Heard Hjalmar came here to gather men for his expedition.
Aye, he did. Such spirit. Stormed in, swept the bowls off the table, jumped atop of it and cried, I'm sailing off to seek glory. Who's with me? Who wants to cut off that bloody giant's head?
Guess that was enough to recruit a longboat full of men.
They carried him out on their shoulders, yelling all the while, we'll win back the forge, string that giant up by his gizzards. Should have seen it, Witcher. Brought tears to my eyes.
Hjalmar seems popular around here.
He is crack, son.
Clever lad. Put together a fine crew, hardy drinkers and warriors both. By the times I've had to piece together tables and benches after hosting them. The Unvik lads he took on, no spring minnows either. In fact, was a clan Tordarach man gave Hjalmar the idea for the expedition. The shipwright, what's his name? Viggy? That's him. Hoped to earn a new by name, the Fearless. Till now they'd call him the Loon.
Right.
They wanted to take back a forge? What's that about?
Never heard the Unvikers forged the best armor in these isles? Their swordsmiths are nothing to sneeze at either.
'Cause we made our blades like the dwarves forged their hills.
Soft layered core fitted with a hard steel coating.
How do you know? That's a Clan Tordarach secret.
Got some friends who are dwarves.
Perhaps you do. But the ore from the mines of Undvik, why, not even... Well, no one's got it. That's that.
Pretty sure Dwarven steel is still better. That's kind of Dwarves' whole thing.
Tell me about it.
Plans? Ha! They didn't even know where to look for this giant. As I recall, Viggy wanted to cross a frozen lake and scale the mountains.
They say the giant came from there, awoken by the frost that gripped the land around the tower.
To the harsh winter. Suited that man-eater perfectly. It can only get worse. Even the gods... well...
Another one don't believe Ragnarok is nigh. You'll see. All of yous.
Right.
So long.
Glad to be of service.
Yeah, I've already talked to them, it's fine. I'm out of here.
Need help?
I think the forge is all the way over here too. We don't really need the tools just yet. We can't make any of the... or we don't have the schematics. Sorry, we have the schematics, we don't have the levels for the Super Master Gear of Doom. Or whatever. So... yeah, we're not desperate for it. This might be a better idea. Oops.
Go, go.
Oh,
come on.
God. Can you fall off cliffs with Roach? I guess it's just you're dead.
Come
either
on,
way.
Roach.
But still.
Whoa!
God, those things are gross. Okay, we get the picture.
I long to be home to the modest abode.
Ugly bastard.
That's kind of what my singing sounds like. Really out of tune. Oh, that's so bad. And just really not for human ears. That's me. It's probably not that bad. Mine's worse. Definitely worse.
My strength wanes and my breath shorter grows, and my sinews turn stiff,
But not
and
much.
my blood's coursing slows. It's time, high time, I was homeward bound.
I know that song. What are you doing here?
Look, man. Another one. And so many times I've told him. What's that you say, Wilfred? Aye, right you are. They never learn. At least this one heard a song before he died.
The song. Wait, is the song? That's the song the vampire sings in the trailer, I'm pretty sure. Now that I think about it.
My crew. They swore never to leave me. Kept their word. Tall one's Wilmar, Wilfred's to his right, and the lad with the stutter's Wilhelm.
Why do you and your crew stay?
We cannot leave. If we ventured it again, the giant would kill us all, like he did the others.
Why'd the giant spare you?
Me and me crew and the Sirens. We're helping him build a longship. I sew the sails and run away at times, and then the Sirens fly out and bring me back.
Why does he need a ship? Where's he want to go?
Promise not to tell no one. I trust my men to take the secret to their graves. But you...
Again.
Promise. Won't tell anyone.
Fine then. The giant's going to sail her out to defeat the gods come Ragnarok. The final battle for the world's end. She'll soon be ready.
Oh, you know what? I really want to see that. That'd be cool.
Not much game here, but I saw the giant give you food. Where's he get it?
Don't know. Don't ask. Food suits me. Suits my crew.
Over there, on the ground. Hand's got bite marks on it.
What? Where? Wilmar, damn it. You're supposed to clean up. Couldn't keep a secret if your life depended on it. We had a choice. Dad or starve to death. And I didn't force anyone. You know, whole crew voted in favor.
Okay.
I'm looking for Hjalmar on Crate. Word is he came to this isle with a crew. Aimed to defeat the giant.
Oh, aye. Saw him. As did Wilmar.
Sure it was him?
Wilmar's got eyes like a hawk. They stood where you stand now. Poor shape they were in. Leaf the Red, Folin, Viggy. And just between you and me, that boy's not quite right in the head.
Which one?
Oh, the young on Crate was here too.
Remember when this was?
When what was?
Oh,
when Hjalmar on Crate was here with his men.
Oh, that? No, I don't remember. You might ask Wilhelm, though.
They say where they were headed?
Did they, Wilmar? Oh, aye. Aim to make camp in the old guard tower. Easy enough to find. Stands in the middle of a valley. Garden absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Try to come back for you once I've found Hjalmar.
Sound awfully sure you'll find him? Maybe you can kill the giant while you're at it. All on your own. They're the same to a man, aren't they, Wilhelm? All think themselves immortal.
Gotta go. So long.
Well, in this
If you're
case,
really
I'm kind
into
of
a turn,
right.
mind bring me some solid twine. You're like to find it in the village. And nails. We're short on nails. Can you remember that? Nails and twine.
I'll remember.
Yeah. We probably won't get your nails and twine, but I'll keep an eye out, I guess. Also, he said there's not much game. There's a bunch of goats right here. Skills. God, I hate these things. Explore the ruins of such some. Okay. Well, his camp's closer.
Hjalmar's encampment. They were attacked.
Don't say.
Broken back. As if he fell from a height. Many wounds. Must have fought for a long time.
Oh no, the dog.
Taken by surprise. But they fought off the attack. I need more clues. 2 people came through here. Separately. These tracks are older. Somebody left the camp before the attack.
Is there something else I missed?
Several men. Dragged a boat north.
The sword's glowing. Can it do anything? Okay, no. No, I cannot. Guess they never made it. Oh well. Oh god, pieces of them did. Yes.
Signs of a battle.
Not so much a battle as it is a massacre.
They ran toward the caves.
Where are we? I think this is pretty close to where it is. Like the right way to go. I'll head back this way first. We got the fast travel thing anyway. Oh man, my voice. It's very hoarse today. Get it? Horse?
Hey there.
Oh wow, they literally lead to the same spot, I think. Oh no, they diverge a little bit.
Slower.
And they just lead to a dead body. Good.
Landed smack in a Necker's lair and cut the beast down. Hardy folk, these Skelligers.
Hmm.
Definitely came through here. Didn't come back for his arrows. Neckers slowed the pursuer. Archer was determined to kill him. Wonder why.
I've lost the trail.
Got hit good. Got hit good.
Nope. Okay. I can't get in here either. What the hell? Why are they all locked? There can't be anything important inside there. Can I get in from like a hole in the roof or something? No? Okay then.
Lost a lot of blood. Couldn't have gone much further.
There we go.
Archer finally caught up to him.
Our own
Now
hole.
where'd that archer go? Must be one of Yalmar's men. Now where'd that archer go? Must be one of Yalmar's.
Okay, Geralt, that's fine. Jesus. Follow the trail of blood.
Now where'd that archer go? Archer was wounded too.
That doesn't really help me. Okay. Where's that horn? We'll put that on 2. Instead of the lamp, which we never use. Oh my god. I think is it all Groid?
Come on.
Oh god, he just flat out socked me in the head and killed me. Fantastic. Well. Fuck's sake. I don't think we've fought a troll yet, have we? We've been friends with all of them so far.
How you like that silver?
Poor guy. I feel bad about that one. That one. They're always so much more fun to talk to than murder. Oh. Piece of cake. Okay. What? Oh no! Oh, for fuck's sake. That's bullshit. Hey Canada, how you doing? No friendly ones here, I don't think. I think they're all trying to eat me. Stick me in a... Oh, save me here, son of a bitch. I don't take responsibility for that one. That one was bullshit. I slipped. It was icy out there. I slipped. Okay. Teach me for not saving again. Does this just lead around? I bet it does.
Something cooking over there.
Eh? What? Where? Still stuck? Oh, yeah, true. Wasn't my fault, but I still... I guess... Yeah. Look. That's the thing from the first game. Where you get magically teleported to there and have to fight the Grand Master or whatever his name is. I forget it's in the Skellige Isles. I always think it's like a magical place. I mean it is, but in a different way. You know what? Oh, we don't have to kill them. We can just go around them. Avoid them. For God's sake. Pushed off the edge. I was kind of trying to do that. I wonder if we even can. Okay.
That stench.
Don't you dare. Oh my god.
Damn.
Come on, this way. Try and push. Oh, he's not going to move. And he doesn't move at all when I force push him. Like this. It's like a slight breeze to him. Or her. Alright. Too big. Yeah, maybe if I had some more skill points in my force push, might have a better chance. I don't think I have any points in it though, now that I think about it. Oh, no. Fuck. Can't dodge through those ones. Force through die, yeah we do. God, could you imagine Geralt with shouts? You'd be unstoppable. I wonder if they're going to include shouts in the next Elder Scrolls game. Probably not. They'll probably put in like a new, different type of magic that only the main character can do. Three trolls so far. I bet there's a lot more coming. Oh, it's so bright. I think so. As far as I'm aware. Does the shitty mobile game have shouts in it? can't imagine it does. Where is this taking me? I should not be following this at all. Hey, Yen the Winter Wolf. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Setting based? Yeah, I guess so. They were a pretty big... I guess I don't... Well, depending on if we ever get to see the next one. They seem to be content with just re-releasing Skyrim. With fishing. Because, you know... That's fine. Doing good, just chilling? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nothing wrong with that. I've, been hoping for some time to just chill, to be honest. I'm a busy, busy boy. Space game. Well, not even just that. Apparently, it's the new version of Skyrim has completely screwed over the modding scene. Like, it's changed some very vital part of the programming.
Angry, no. Angry.
Or something along those lines, and on that particular version, nearly every single mod from the... Well, nearly every single mod is, like, unusable now. Because they wanted to add fishing. I don't know. It's, I kind of just ignored the new edition, to be honest. I'm guessing you're a fan, Yen, of the series, just based on the name.
Cookie.
Oh, I love these guys.
You there! Help me! Water's getting hot! Shut it.
They use mods anyway.
I need
No, a lot of people don't.
No. We win human from Mirif. I figure riddle.
From Mirif. Okay. There's $20. Like, is it worth it? At this point, everyone and their dog has Skyrim on in some way, shape or form. Is it really worth, like, paying at all to get what comes with it? Like 4K textures? There's literally mods for that. And fishing. There is also mods for that. I don't get the logic between, like, the logic of releasing it with that stuff. And did people buy it? I don't know. I guess people did.
Play me for the man, then. If I win, I take him with me. If I lose, I'll jump in the pot too.
Good! Good!
Maybe, yeah.
No bubble!
Well, the Elder Scrolls games do cost an absolute fortune to make. So maybe.
Big E, steps big key. Big key bash.
I completely ignored the riddle, so I'm going to look it up. I not ignored it, I just missed it. Big key beep steps big key bash. I'm guessing a troll, but big key beep. It's a troll. Trollolol.
A troll, of course.
Good, troll. Now you ask.
I'm light as a feather, but even a troll can't hold me for long.
I don't imagine trolls are very intelligent to make up riddles. So that makes them equal with me. I suck at riddles really bad. I'm square brain.
Riddle hard, human cheat.
I won fair and square.
Stupid riddle. Feather. Troll not hold. Not piss.
Maybe? Breath? Possibly?
Can you walk?
I'll manage.
Let's get out of here.
Get him a coat at least or something.
You all right?
Ugh. Never go in a sauna again, long as I live. Other than that, I think I'm fine. You saved my life. How can I thank you?
I'm looking for
Money.
Hjalmar.
Hjalmar? Curious where he is myself. Him and the whole crew. Something must have happened. Otherwise, he'd have come looking for me after I went missing that night. I know he would have. Wait now. Why are you looking for Hjalmar?
Look at that baby-faced boy.
Tell me about it.
Started like the best.
Looks so much better than normal
With a hardy
Geralt.
storm.
That might be a hot
Sail
take.
whipped about like a rag. Finally caught sight of shore. But then sirens attacked, as if they'd just been biding their time.
Oh, look at his feet and hands.
But we'd have come through somehow, I know it. If not for the bloody helmsman.
So he not very trusting.
Helmsman
Even though
made
I
a
saved his
mistake.
life.
I'd say his ma made the mistake. Birthed them arseways or something. Dim that one. Heard tales and was so afeard of sirens he stuffed wax in his ears. Failed to hear our warning calls. Steered us right into the rocks. Lost a few men. Had to drag the wounded on litters. And the sirens pestered us the whole while. Hjalmar kept blowing his horn. But we'd come too close to the hillside and he brought an avalanche down on us.
Not your lucky day, it seems. What happened next?
We found that
Golden
daft
Trolls
bugger in the
again,
ship,
yeah.
Then pitched camp near the guard tower.
Drag your own
Things seemed
cauldron
to
out,
calm.
start cooking him up.
Kroch sent me here to find Hjalmar.
Boil,
King will soon be chosen on
boil,
Ard Skellig.
bubble, and
Everybody's waiting for
toil.
the young on Crate's
bitch.
return.
So it's
That's not
started
it.
already.
That's not how that goes, but still.
Hjalmar,
I like my
ruler of
version
all
better.
Skellige.
Doubt he's cut out for it.
Hjalmar's irresponsible, stubborn, and heeds no counsel. But he's a born leader. Been mates since we were lads. With him, man, Ceres.
Ceres has put forth her claim to the throne as well.
Ceres? But she's... Well, she's...
Like father, like daughter.
What about Crach? He support her? He let her set off on some daft quest.
Wasn't thrilled.
Oh my god.
Especially since Ceres set out without telling
Hello.
Nor did she tell me.
Thank you for the
Where'd she
raids,
go?
Aldor. Welcome,
Who'd she take with her?
everyone.
Speaker-Og. And no one.
She went alone? Damn the dogs! If Hjalmar'd only... Has she come back? Do you know?
Yeah, she's back. Did what she set out to do, too.
Thank the gods.
This is a long conversation. How you doing? What were you playing? And again, thank you for the raid. Hello. I'm surprised the avatars aren't picking everyone up. They have had a little trouble lately, so they should show up shortly.
How'd you get
This,
separated from the others?
good choice. First
Had to
playthrough,
watch for the night.
cute Geralt.
Saw
I
Ignar
think
of
so
Forest
too.
in Hjalmar's
He's
Hornwell
a little
Horde.
baby,
One he
little
uses to
baby
drive
faced
away
Geralt.
Sirens. Bugger
Just like-
snuck out of
ah,
camp. I followed him. No idea what got into that.
Obviously, we're
ginger head of
playing
his.
with a few mods. If you
Told
can't
Hjalmar
tell.
not to take him with us 1,000 times at least.
And? You catch up to him?
Aye, in these caves.
What? I missed this whole
Bastard
conversation.
screeched so loud he drew the trolls.
Like,
Thought the
completely
buggers
finished
ate
the
me right
game.
then.
It's a. How long has it
Jumped me
taken
in
you
that
so
marinade
far?
Instead. Decided
It's
I
a
was
big
ready
one.
to cook today.
This is our
Would have been the end of me if not for you.
third. My third stream second playthrough so far.
Any idea where Hjalmar thought he might find the giant?
We'd learned where it has its lair, in the caves above the village. Hjalmar decided the best way there would be to cross the lake. Viggy the Loon insisted he knew a better
Try
way
something
through
else.
the mines. But none of us
See, it's good to
fancied
take your time with a
strolling
game
into monster
with
pit.
something like this. I don't even remember what I think our first one took 100 and something hours, but I started to rush towards the end.
Think I know enough. So long.
Wait, I'll go with you. Luckily the trolls didn't use my bow for kindling.
I can't imagine the bow is going to be super helpful, but okay.
Good. Let's go.
Yeah, I was... Oh, he's got a health bar. Fantastic. I was saying before that I kind of prefer this Geralt look to the original, which I feel like might be not the best opinion. A lot of people like that old, scruffy Dilf look, you know? Which I guess he has. But I prefer smooth-skinned. Might say something about me, now that I think about it. Cannon fodder. Oh yeah, he won't last 2 seconds. You get into a fight and you
Someone
watch.
tripped and fell,
He will
but managed to get away.
Die nearly instantly. We've had one other person with the health bar, and I think I only just managed to save them for like a teeny tiny quest. Heal him. Not that I know of. I don't... No, I don't think you can heal them. I think it's kind of just, if they die, they die. Which kind of makes me not want to have him here, but I guess we don't have a choice. I think he just flat out dies if you don't rescue it. Well, he is in a cauldron.
Went this
so if you don't go and save him, he's just dead. Troll food.
It's deep enough. Shouldn't hit bottom.
That's a fucking terrible idea. Also, diving head first is another terrible idea. Do I have the horn, don't I? Doesn't work on the birds. Also, don't judge my combat skills too much. We're playing it on Death March, whatever it's called, and I'm terrible. And I've died many times. And I fully accept that. I'm trash. Wrong way. Or... What am I looking for in here? I don't remember coming in here before.
Clean cut. Ed probably went flying.
Ooh, probably.
Fought to the bitter end.
Thorsten.
Oh, would he have had something to say if we went around to every single one? That seems exhausting.
Sliced her up. 2 men, looks like. Rest of the crew went on. Wonder how many were left.
How many did he bring? Because we've been finding bodies left, right, and center so far.
Hjalmar lost a lot of men here.
Well.
Arvid and Torderach. He was dead set on coming with us.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Ooh, that's cool. Dead bodies everywhere. That's so standard for The Witcher though. Like you go into just a tiny village somewhere and there's dead bodies just laying on the road. And everyone's like, you get used to the smell. And the ghouls. And everything else that comes along with them. Well... yeah, he's quite active for that, doesn't he? Alright, Zeldol. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much for the raid, and yeah. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Witcher, and sleep well.
Not good.
Ooh. Ooh, that very nearly killed me too. I'm very squishy. My character's, well, Geralt isn't particularly tough when I'm playing
Tunnel
him.
caved in.
Does a lot of damage, but can't really take it. Taking ad break. See, I'm not though. I thought it only said that when you like. I know I can set a like a button here to press and take an ad break, but I don't have that mapped out yet. Well, I think I've been able to do that since. Oh god, what's it called? Not partnership, the other thing. The one below that. Whatever it is. But I haven't set that up. And I looked affiliate, that's it. Holy shit, I'm very tired. Yeah, I think I've been able to set that up since affiliate, but I just haven't. And I do think I get a couple cents per ad. It might even be like a cent. Something like that. But I don't really have control over how often they go, I don't think. Although there might be a setting somewhere that I can change. Because it used to happen whenever I finished up. Like as I was leaving, some ads would play, and that was it. But they seem to be a lot more aggressive lately. But even on like YouTube and stuff lately, every time I watch a video there's 4, 5, 6 ads. Which is insane. And I've just stopped using YouTube pretty much for like the last couple weeks. Let's go. I think it's it sort of goes towards, so the way Twitch works, I think it has like a threshold. So once you get to 100 US, I think. I'm not sure though. I think it's 100. It then pays you at the end of the month. So it goes towards that like threshold. I think I've only ever been paid sort of once from Twitch, and that was a long time ago. I think that was after like a year and a half or 2 years or something. But yeah, it all goes towards a threshold, and anything after that you get paid directly from Twitch, I'm pretty sure. I guess I already looted that. Oh, did I get enough nails for that guy? I'm not super keeping an eye on it, but companies. No, I think it's PayPal. It depends on how you set up your thingy, but I think it's PayPal. Oh shit. No, yeah, it is PayPal. And PayPal then like converts the currency into whatever your... Seriously. That, picture that times about 1,000. That's my entire playthrough right there. Did I mention I'm bad? I think I said that once or twice, didn't I? 10 times. I also have a habit of forgetting to quick save. Oh, might put on some Earl. Oh, really? These things are so strong. These things, and funnily enough, dogs have been what's killed me most. There was a section at the start I got stuck for like an hour and a half because of a pack of dogs. That was it. Dead. Constantly. I was aggravating beyond words. Oh yeah, those things are still I still get ads for them. I did one of them when I was a kid because I fell for the typical like, oh, you know, want some extra cash? Do this, and you can earn up to like $100 a week or whatever bullshit they spouted about that stuff. And as a kid, I'm like, oh my god. $100 a week, and it turns out if you were going to get that $100 a week or whatever the limit was, it would take literally thousands of surveys. They actually sent you a check, really? Oh my god. Maybe that was a bit more of a legit one, because the one I used was dodgy as hell. I don't think I ever made any money out of that. Or maybe it was like a couple cents that you could only take out of their accounts once you reached a certain limit, which is always sketchy as hell. Oh man. Although when you're a kid, you're at least me personally, I didn't really have like pocket money or anything, or an allowance, sorry. So I was kind of just trying to find ways to make a little bit of cash to buy games. Literally, that was it. That's, yeah. Not worth it either way. Although I suppose as a kid, like you do a couple surveys after school or whatever, then it's kind of fine. But to make any sort of money out of it is not practical. Better off just going and getting a job at McDonald's. Again, see, the one I think I might have used my mum and dad's email for the one I signed up to, and they still get emails from them. So they're still going. They're just still really sketchy. Yeah, the target group. Yeah. They definitely target people who are very hard up on cash.
Oh, gods. Near 20 of them.
How
No
many
Yalmar.
people were here? Oh, gross. So, there's 20 here. How many people can fit into a longboat? I might have the hair of a Viking, but that's about as much as I know about them. Did you know, actually, Vikings used to wash their hair a couple times a month? Which was very rare for back in the day. They were, back in the day, like it was, you know, a couple of years ago. They took very good care of their hair anyway. And washed semi-regularly. To keep it nice and clean, you know, wash the gore out. I learned that from Horrible Histories. Oh shit. Which is an amazing show. I mean, it was. Would recommend watching now. I even still sometimes go back and watch a few episodes. Now. The one I was doing was more...
Know the Isle well?
Oh.
I've never been here before, in fact.
Okay, that's fine.
That's good.
Didn't mean to talk to him. Was more quick little surveys that took like barely any time, but there you had to do a shit ton of them for any kind of anything. Like you'd literally have to do 100 for like a couple dollars. Not worth it.
Lots of old tracks. Giant must have come through here often.
Does the giant fit in the house though? Guess he does. What else am I looking for in here? For God's sake. Oh, excuse me. I can't... Oh, there's another little red bit. No, that's the footprints. That seems like that. I never had the patience, even as a kid, to do a long survey. I don't even have time. If I buy like an app or not even buy an app. If I have an app on my phone and ask me to review it, that's even too long of like a survey. I can't even be bothered to do that, let alone a proper full-on one. Am I supposed to be... I don't really want to leave this here, but I will if it doesn't update at all. Can I blow these doors apart? Oh, here we go.
Show me a pantry and I'll show you the mice.
Is this supposed to be a joke? There you go. Game app service. I'll write a review if I really like it. Like, really like it. Otherwise, I just can't be bothered, you know? It's like eBay. I do quite a bit of shopping on eBay. And eBay constantly tells you, like, hey, leave some reviews for the people, which is fine. Like, they kind of rely on the reviews. So I'll do those ones. Even if the emails get very fucking annoying. Okay, we're leaving this place, so don't really care enough to hang around. But other than that, like, if I have an app on my phone, I use it for like 10 minutes, and they're like, hey, leave a review. You've played enough to know if you like it or not, right? And app stuff these days is just shit. I don't think I've paid for an app in a long time, just because none of them are very good. I mean, like games and stuff, though. Oh. He took the quick way. Ooh. Find Hjalmar. Oh, I mean, he definitely wasn't there. And there was nothing for me to press on, so... Oh, shit. Hang on. Have I missed the forge tools? I have, haven't I? Okay. Very nearly. Very nearly. I need those bad boys. I've been getting the last couple of things I've bought online. I've been getting like asked to review the thing as soon as I order it. So it's not even shipped. It's not even anything. It's just asking for a review as soon as you bought it, which doesn't really make much sense. But I think it's here in Australia, and I'm sure everywhere else, the shipping has been completely fucked by COVID. So it might have something to do with that. No, he hasn't. So that makes Folan a much better Witcher than I am. I've died how many times? 3? 4? Enough to be embarrassing?
Must be that legendary forge. Need to look around for tools. Blacksmithing tools, but ornamented. Gotta be the ones Joanna mentioned.
Good. Job done. Find Hjalmar. Is there anything else in here for me? Not really. Although in my defense, Folan only hasn't died because I've been throwing like my face in front of all the attacks he's supposed to receive. Instead of blocking them like a normal person. This yellow thing is really annoying the shit out of me. Alright, whatever. We got the tools, it's fine. Single arrow. I'm sure he has, but I can't imagine they're very effective. I haven't seen like big chunks of health go down because he's been shooting. So he's kind of there just to be in the way, really. I suppose he's not in the way. I haven't really had to save him yet. Keyword yet. Yeah. You saved him from the trolls, and he's Hjalmar and Ceres's childhood friend, so you'll probably get like a pat on the back at some point. But that's about it. Are there any like decent companions? I guess when you play as Ciri, some of the companions are pretty good. I don't know if I'd really call them companions though. Oh, the stranger, there's Hjalmar. I can't go down and get that. Because Geralt's brittle bones will break. Get ready to catch these hands, Siren. Yeah, I think the other guy's just got his bow. He's like Legolas.
Fallen! I was sure you died. Where have you been?
Ceres has gone to Speakerog, alone. Couldn't wait, no. Had to sneak off, as if you were afeard of someone would steal the giant out from under you.
Ceres! She staked a claim to the throne then? And you'd have rather gone with her?
I'd have liked to have the choice.
Wait! Still need to thank you, Geralt of Rivia. I'll never forget you came to my aid.
You know me?
Our bards sing ballads about you. And my father told me of your adventures when I was a lad. I remember it well. You needn't be a witcher to be a hero. Cold water and a salty breeze. Those are the Skellige lad's potions.
So that ballad about the Witcher and the Sorceress, that's you?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one's he talking
Where's the
about?
rest of your crew?
Good question.
Fought our way through a swarm of sirens to get here. Only a handful of us left after the battle on the lake. Good thing you showed up when you did. Because Leif's wounds need tending. Those bitches tore him up good. But I suppose if it had all gone smoothly, it would have made for a dreadfully short ballad about our heroic adventure.
Seems more doomed than heroic
That guy's
to
definitely
me.
dead.
No. That's just the gods looking to see what metal we're made of. They'll soon get their answer.
Your father sent me to find you.
I have a giant to defeat. Head home soon as I've done that. Gotta help Leif first.
Leif's dead.
What? Nah, he's just unconscious. Lost a bit of blood.
He's dead. Trust me.
Maybe. I'm gonna err on the side of dead.
Swore he'd sink his blade into the giant's heart. Swore it on the bones of his ancestors. Coming with me?
Stupid question.
This
Join
mission
us,
has
Geralt.
had a very high mortality rate. Although
Hurry
I think
now.
it's nearly...
Pick up the pace.
See you're raring to go.
nearly over. What is this? Does it matter? Does this... What happens if I get the nails entwined? Can't be anything too important. Knock knock. I think last time we played I even came back here for a bit and tried to find them all.
Plow an enormous horse, son he is.
Wonderful.
Delightful.
Can't believe I finally got the bastard.
Yeah.
Geralt, help me smash that. We're sure to reach the giant's cave this way.
Okay.
I'll cover you. Position myself so as to keep the giant in sight.
Are arrows going to be much use against something that big? Usually, it's not like in the movies where
getting colder. Gotta be close.
You can shoot a boar with like a single arrow and it just drops dead. Kinda gotta turn those suckers into a pincushion. Not that I've ever hunted anything, but it's not...
Careful now. One odd step and you can
It's not
rake
that
him.
easy. No, it doesn't.
Hey, quick! Let me out before he wakes!
Key should be around here somewhere.
Wait. Know what they call Veggie? The loon. For good reason too. Best he stay in there till we finish with the giant.
What? You out of your bloody mind, Uncrate?
I thought he was your comrade.
He is. Which is how I know what he's like to do.
Okay then.
Alright, guess you should stay in the cage then.
What? I'll not forget this, Uncrate. You want all the glory to yourself? Let me out right now!
Seems a bit harsh, but oh well. Avoid snow, sound of crunching under your feet will wake the giant. Okay.
Leaving? No closer, he's mine!
Apparently I had a massive hammer. Like, what? Do I just attack him now? What's a giant? Would it be an Ogroid? Hybrid? Do we have a bestiary entry on him? Ogroid. Cool. I don't really know what else I'd use. Just some... this Ekimara thingy.
Get out of here! The horse son's mine!
Shut up, you idiot.
Was I supposed to kill it another way? Oh my god. Okay, well that's went very quickly. Rip, for fuck's sake.
Get out of here! The horse son's mine!
Shut up, you idiot.
Oh god. Some light would be nice. Oh, you son of a bitch. Stop. Yeah, I'm just practicing, guys. It's fine. I'm just practicing. This is like when you miss the golf ball in golf when you swing it. Skip. Go practice swing. Yep. Okay. Okay. I might have to use Quen. Will that be enough?
Get out of here! The Whoreson's mine!
Shut up, you idiot.
Can I change my spell, you piece of shit? Is that normal? I can't change anything. That doesn't seem right. But okay. Oh god. Ouch. Bye, Viggy. The loon. Rip. The poison alone is gonna kill him. I just have to not be squashed like a... Why do I open my fucking mouth sometimes? Sometimes I'm pretty sure I should just sit here and be completely silent. Because usually as soon as I open my mouth, the exact opposite of what I just said happens. It's fine. It's totally fine. Let's go there.
Get out of here! The Whoreson's mine!
Glad we get to listen to that knob on repeat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why can't I use my spells? Got so freaking close too. This action not allowed during combat? You mean using a spell is not allowed during combat? That's not... That's gotta be a glitch. Surely. I'm looking this up. That's not my mouse. That is not how you... Oh, it's a glitch. Good, it is a glitch. That's fun. So fun. If I roll my eyes enough this session, because I'm starting to feel like I could look into the back of my brain, or into the front of my brain. What other concoctions do I have? Oh, God's sake. Griffin. No. 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 Each fur killed. No, doesn't help. Vitality increases. Portion of the damage dealt. See, that won't help me because I think it'll just kill me anyway. This will just use the troll one. Oh! Okay, don't open the menu when he's mid-swing. Lesson learned after 100 and something hours. Oh, man. Hjalmar, this is your fight. You deal with this. Excuse me, princess? What the? Does it still work?
Disappointed!
I think that still works. That's me. That's me at me right now. Oops, ouch. Still can't use anything. So I have to be well clear when he's swinging. He has some reach, apparently. I'm happy to just let the poison do its work now. Just sit back here, chilling like a villain. Yuck.
Viggy, poor bugger.
Should have let him out.
Shouldn't blame yourself. We never knew with Viggy. Might have rushed at the giant bare-fisted as soon as he was out.
Might have spelled death for us all. Thanks for your help, White Wolf. Geralt the Giant Slayer. I'll make sure the Skald said it in song.
Hjalmar the Giant Slayer sounds better. It was your venture. You deserve the glory.
Believe you're right. Let's get out of here.
I think Butcher of Blaviken is title enough.
Let's go.
White Wolf. Sure, he's got some other nicknames
Gonna head back to Ard
somewhere.
Skellig?
Aye. After all, I'm to be crowned. I killed a giant, won back Unvik, and lost my entire crew. Mayhaps should have set out alone. Like Cerys.
Regret ever setting out on this expedition?
What's the matter now? Giant's dead, and the folk of Unvik can go home. And Cerys? She back yet?
Yeah, and she did what she set out to do on Speakerog.
She always liked competing with me. Except so far, I've always won. Well, time I was on my way. So long, Geralt. Thanks for your help.
So long, Ungreat.
Ungrateful prick. What's our... We've still got plenty of carry weights. Guess we'll head back and... Did we get another quest to go and speak to Ungreat, or... Yes. Yes, we do. Is it now where he gives us special reward, or is that later? Might be later.
Master Geralt, a guard spotted you from the tower. They sent me to open the gate.
Why was it closed? Is that famous Skellige hospitality?
Nay, 'tis tradition. After the feast, the Jarls will choose the king, so the doors must remain closed. Only the sons and daughters of Skellige may stay in the castle.
Krach make an exception just for me?
All know what you did for Ceres and Hjalmar. Today, you're one of us. Come. Krach awaits.
How's the mood in there?
Calm. Too calm.
How's that?
We've an adage here at Skellige. At a good feast, mead and blood flow in equal measure. Surely you consider this barbaric on the continent, no?
Not sure. Sounds preferable to dull banquets garnished with court intrigue.
Step careful there. Need to... I've as much right to it as you do.
And I'd expect you to support me, not pinch my allies. If an on-crate's to wear the crown, it...
Should be you, because you've got fur growing on your chin, that it?
Show some of your own, and the Jarls just might listen to you.
Want your mug smacked? Remember, I was left standing last time we crossed fists.
I love their accent. They
So
really
you'll
do.
fight the Vilcards with me? Wonder who'll do better, you or Hjalmar the Giant Slayer?
Ah, stop your shite boasting.
Ceres! Hey! Ah, damn it!
Bad way to play it out.
Think I don't know that? But you saw her, she's so...
Why, stubborn, fierce, mule-headed. Refuses to listen to anyone.
Exactly!
Well, the irony went straight over his head.
True, Arnvald. Me and Ceres, we're near twins in that regard.
Don't see Krach. He talking to the Jarls?
No, went to his chambers. To prepare your promised reward, no doubt.
If you've a spell witcher, perhaps you'd fancy some fisticuffs with the Vilcards. Loosen up your joints after your journey.
Maybe later.
Got me eye on you.
Is that how that works? Can I save? Can I beat them up?
What is it, Grey? This blade's not worth shite if
Oh, disgusting.
Hjalmar, can you?
Oof.
Oh, seal shut!
Sorry.
Take a look. Still got all my teeth?
Most of them did quite a number on you.
Why are you laughing? They'd have trashed you too.
Doubt it.
That's so. Care to wager on it? Drop any one of the Vilcarls, and I'll give you my sword. End up like me, you part with yours.
Vilcarls. Who are they?
These wild men. Live in the hills.
Shepherds, then?
Aye, without the sheep. They live off killing, eat only what they hunt, and they fight like no one else.
Like shepherds, yes, but without the sheep.
You're on.
Okay.
Start wrapping that sword for me.
Don't sell your fish till they're in the boat, Wolf.
Nice nip rings, bro.
Heard you're taking on challengers in
Those
fistfights.
look uncomfortable.
Challengers? Nay, ain't none a challenge to us.
Ooh.
We're here to hit. Hit till our fists are red with blood.
Let's do this.
Gladly. Die! Come on. Die!
Oh my god, look at that health. Ouch.
Mega Masha ye!
Oof.
Mega Masha, yeah!
Oh shit.
Fuck!
Woo.
Ah, you hit good. Hard.
Oh, what a fight. Smacked his gob so hard it's a wonder his brain didn't fly out of his ears. Well, lost the wager. But that were such a spectacle, I don't even mind. Here, may it serve you well.
Thanks. I will probably sell it as soon as I get back to the continent. Appreciate it though.
Beautifully wrought. Where are these goblets
Best blade's
from?
not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh? Gods won't.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers?
We're here to hit.
Not in
that time of the.
Wow. Them some strong words from a little baby like you.
Respect, Witcher.
Not surprising.
Oops.
Greetings, Berna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Okay.
Svanrig is not gonna vie for support.
Bran's son will not haggle for a crown that is his by right.
Far as I know, crown goes to the claimant who gains the most votes.
That is the tradition, but not all traditions are good. The Isle's care should be entrusted to a single family.
Take it you have a specific family in mind.
Of course. Bran was the best king Skellig has seen in centuries. The throne should pass on to Svanrige, his true-born son, and then on to his sons.
What's wrong with voting for your king?
Take a walk. Listen and you'll understand. The claimants already hand out land, promise privileges, titles, favourable judgments. They behave like whores lifting their skirts for every passerby. A king by the grace of votes is no ruler, but a debtor. This must end. We must start by placing Bran's firstborn son on the throne. I hope the Jarls will see the wisdom of it.
Well, I've played this before,
Tomorrow
so...
at daybreak. Enjoy yourself, Master Geralt.
May I?
You must even. Come! I've been waiting for you. So, feast to your liking? Any better than your continental balls?
Definitely more to drink.
Ah, there is. Rolled all of it out of my cellars. Double meads, triple, Cintrian plum brandy, Mahakimum spirit that burns the mouth like boiling water. Clan on Crate knows the
Yum.
meaning of hospitality.
Something tells me there's a purpose to your hospitality.
Aye, there is. In the Isles, mead and meat stand to gain you as much support as feats accomplished blade in hand.
If that's true, you can rest easy about how the vote'll turn out.
I'll rest easy on the morrow, when the crown rests on one of my children's heads.
Saw you talking to Berna. What about?
Politics. After all, naught else interests her. Wench tried to convince me that we must honor Bran's memory. And to that aim, I'm to command my offspring to withdraw from the race for the crown. Support Svanrige instead.
Why do I think you turned her down?
You put it mildly. I showed her the door.
Feeling torn between Hjalmar and Cerys?
You mean do I have a favorite? Nay. They're as different as fire and water. But on Crate blood, flows in both.
Between you and me, Hjalmar's not too hot-headed to be king?
Depends on the kind of king you have in mind. Want one who'll send emissaries, move figurines about a map, calculate the most profitable option? And yes, he's too hot-headed. But Skellige wants a different ruler. The kind who'll drown Nilfgaard in blood. Sooner jump into a fire than surrender. And that is Hjalmar.
If you escalate your attacks, you stand to infuriate Emhyr. Could regret it someday.
In Skellige, we spit on the notion of peace at any cost.
Well, we've seen what the Nilfgaardians do to people who don't bend the knee.
Think the Council
It's
of
not
Jarls
pretty.
will dare to put a woman on the throne?
If you'd asked me some months ago, I'd have laughed in your face.
Rude.
But today I see, and I'm not alone, that Ceres has something as rare on the Isles as a hot summer. Patience. Others act, then think. She's different. She thinks things through, the for, the against. But once she takes action, not a force in the world could stop her.
These must be the most pig-headed people on the planet. If that's the case, if one person having patience is like a defining characteristic, then Jesus.
Promised me a reward for helping your children.
And I aim to keep my word. Here, this bauble's been in the family for generations. I give it to you for helping ensure the line endures.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Thanks.
I'm the one. Hear that? Damn it! Hjalmar's probably started another row.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
Hey, pretty. Oh shit, these can kill me in one hit too.
Cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding. Quick!
Da. Da.
Take my cloak.
Hold on, son. You'll pull through. A shark grabbed my leg once. Albion!
He's dead. Crack! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my da.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crack will lose a son too.
You insult me, Lugos, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this.
Dan, come here. Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog.
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
Find the guilty on Crate. Find and kill them. Else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
So no pressure.
Damn it. Things have sure gotten messy.
That's putting it mildly. We've clues to examine, things to consider. We must find out how this came to be, elsewise
We've no time for that. I know where to find the guilty.
Wait! Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened?
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. That can't wait.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
Jesus. They are stubborn. Next bad acquaintance. No, that's Uncrate's daughter, and I think he would probably murder us if we decided to sleep with his daughter. Also, she's like a lot younger than Geralt, although that hasn't really stopped him in the past, I suppose.
Thanks.
Fine. See you when I return with the traitors' heads.
But no, we are steering well
I'll
clear of
stay here.
Ceres.
Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
I do like that you get the option just to be like,
Ever see
well,
anything
not my
like
problem.
that?
Bye.
No, and I hope I never will again.
Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking. Suddenly,
Oh shit.
a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls.
Solden. Yeah, he's like 100 and something. Or 100.
Know who died?
So he's very
Grogdar,
old. Looks
Drakeborn
amazing
Du,
though.
Blue Boy Lugos,
Especially with the help of mods.
Yalborn, Ottrig. Take some time, mention them all.
But you could name the claimants to the throne who survived in one breath. You, Hjalmar, and Svanrige.
What are you saying?
Nothing, just yet. What happened before the massacre? Be precise.
Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of Centron wheat, and started chugging. His throat bulged like a blowfish, face went red, but he kept drinking. Folks started banging their tankards on the table, shouted, Lugos, Lugos. Then,
I still think
on the other
Geralt
side
would
of
end
the
up
room, we heard
murdered.
this roar. We turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons. They were ripped to shreds.
We'll avenge them, I promise. We've talked enough. Let's look around.
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others. Maybe someone saw more than I did.
We will unfortunately have to leave it there. I didn't quite realize how late it was. And I have to get up very early for work. So, yeah. Did I? Okay, I saved. Hang on, Sarah. I have to wait until whenever we play next. Yeah, sorry to end that so abruptly. I only just looked at the clock. We will. I'm sorry, you can't tell. Well, on that note, there has been. I'm not sure what's going to be happening within the next few weeks, but if you've heard of the new strain of COVID, Omicron or whatever it's called, the cases have just kicked up quite a lot. It went from pretty much 0 cases to 80 cases yesterday, and now it's up to about 280, and that's just in the city I live. So, depending on what happens, and tomorrow there's like a total wipeout of all the like the safety measures, I guess. Like it's not won't be mandatory anymore. So depending on what happens in the next few weeks, you might be seeing a lot more of me if we have another kind of outbreak like we did a couple months ago. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but if it does mean I get to stream some more, not the worst thing in the world. In fact, I would like that, because at the moment trying to keep up work and stream and sleep is exhausting. In fact, I fell asleep again in the chair while we're getting ready for the stream. It's getting uncomfortable. My back is starting to hurt. Anyway, that's beside the point. Lockdown. Could be. It could, what's coming up to Christmas, people are starting to like pack into the shopping centres, all that sort of stuff. And especially if masks and that kind of thing aren't mandatory anymore, it's going to send the numbers up quite high. I'll let you know as it goes. Popularity then. Well, yeah, that's essentially what it's boiled down to, and it's going to bite us in the ass in some way, shape, or form. So I'm very lucky so far. I haven't been like in close contact, but it could be within the next couple days, which means I'll have to stay home anyway. But yeah, I'll let you know as I go what's happening, especially with the COVID on like the Discord and Twitter and everything. And especially if there's another lockdown, well, you'll be seeing a lot more of me anyway. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to play some more Dying Light tomorrow, and we'll probably get pretty close to finishing that. And then we might move on to something else a bit more chill. It's very stressful, these games. Thank you, Kenda. I will try my hardest not to. I think having COVID and trying to stream might be a little difficult, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I know what's going on, and yeah, we'll work it out like we always do. So, on that bombshell, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you to Zaldore. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, for the raid. Appreciate it, and thank you all for watching. Everyone who stuck around from the raid means a lot. And enjoy the rest of your day or night, whichever it is. And I will see you again soon, or see you when I see you, I guess. Okay. Bye bye.